Hey everyone. I've noticed a lot of chatter in several social groups of people asking for guidance and information about moving or visiting Ghana, but never got their questions really answered. So, my intention with this podcast is to share some light, some information about my experiences visiting and then moving to live in Ghana. I hope you can find, if not all, at least most or some of your answers here. I named the podcast The Return for obvious reasons because we are all looking to go back home to return. So, welcome to The Return, where we'll talk openly and seriously about reconnecting with our roots, rediscovering our purpose, and rebuilding our future on African soil. I'm Ponce Ferguson, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. So I'm sitting here with all of this mess back there. We are moving back to Ghana, and it's time to pack and put things in boxes and suitcases and all of that. So I'm sitting here amongst this mess. This is what happens, right, when you are moving. And so there's that mess. But, anyways, this will be my second tour of duty to Ghana. The first time I moved was in 2020. Then a few years later, I moved back to the United States. And now in December, a month and some days from now, we'll be moving back to Ghana. This podcast is really close to my heart because it's about my own journey leaving the United States and moving to Ghana. Not for a short visit as I did before, but to live there, to build there, and to grow there. Back in 2019, when I first visited Ghana, I had this sense of something. I don't know what it was. I felt this quiet pull, a voice telling me that it's time to go home, right? At first, I didn't know what to make of it, what it meant. I had a stable life. I was comfortable. Things were going good. Everything made sense to me and everything else. But, there's always a but. And the thing is that deep down, something just felt incomplete. Like, really. Like there was a part of me waiting to be reclaimed, right? And that's where I started seriously thinking about Ghana. Not just as a destination, but as a calling, a place to reconnect with my roots, my identity, and my purpose. Making that decision, I'll tell you this right up front. Making that decision was not easy. I had doubts. I wondered how would I do? How would I adjust? What would I do for work? What's the job market like? If I was gonna feel out of place and everything else, right? All of these negative things, right? But once I landed there, once I felt the warm air, I heard the sound of the streets and saw the smiles of the people, I knew then, I knew that I was home. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. It hasn't always been easy. There have been moments of confusion, culture shock, and second guessing, right? But there's also been peace, freedom, and a sense of alignment, of accomplishment, a sense that I never felt before. Because let me tell you something. Ghana has a way of grounding you, right? It teaches you patience, humility, and connection. It reminds you what really matters in life. And that's what the return is all about. Each week, I'll share my journey, the lessons, the laughter, the challenges, and the wins, the losses, everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll talk about building sustainable businesses, creating community, and finding meaning in a place that feels like home. all in a comprehensive, detailed fashion, will make it our business to not leave any stone unturned as it relates to day-to-day living or day-by-day living. It also I'll also sit down with others who've made the same journey so that together we can explore what coming home really means in this generation. And as we move on in time, if there is any information, any inquiry, anything that you would like to know, just drop me a note and I'll get the information for you and share with you ASAP. So, if you're ever felt that same pull to reconnect or just want to hear real stories about life, purpose, and Africa's rise, you are in the right place. I can tell you that. I will drop the first episode this Tuesday morning. That's election day, November the 4th, right? And you can catch that first episode and subsequent ones on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Apple Podcast, Red Circle, Libsyn, Podbean, and pretty much anywhere you listen to your podcast. Oh, and you can catch me also. Check me out on TikTok and Instagram. The links are right on below. I'm Ponce Ferguson. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay grounded, stay inspired, and keep building forward.